Hello and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. On today's show, we'll update you on Ferris State football as the Bulldogs stay unbeaten. We'll check in with Bulldog volleyball leading the GLIAC and also Ferris State hockey. We'll start first, though, with Bulldog football, joined by assistant coach Drew Burton. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much for having me on.
I know before we get to talking about this past week's game, what's it been like for you? You've been around the GLIAC, played at Grand Valley, you were at Saginaw Valley, at Northwood. Just what's it been like here at Ferris State so far?
It's been great. Great people, obviously great players and great coaches. It's been great. We're excited for the next step. So
obviously the team off to a great start, 9-0 overall, and I know you work with an outstanding group of guys up front that have kind of led the way on the offensive line.
No doubt, and we've had a lot of guys step up. We played 15 guys last week, we've just been able to grow throughout the season and develop, and all those guys are getting better in a lot of different areas that they need to get better, and we're really pleased with the growth. But we think there's a lot more that we can still get out of those guys.
Of course, this past week, hard to believe, the regular season home finale, Senior Day, and took on Northern Michigan, and obviously important to get the win for those seniors here on Senior Day.
No doubt, and I walked past the line as those guys were getting ready to get announced. I said, don't worry, we're going to get you guys all another year, so don't worry, we'll get you out here again for another one. But just so much that those guys have accomplished, right? It's amazing in terms of senior classes in the history of Division II football. It's hard to imagine that anybody's accomplished more than these guys, and obviously still excited about accomplishing more still as we go.
Of course, as we go to the highlights here, Northern Michigan, a young team that's got better and better, and they got off to a great start here on the opening drive.
No question. Give Coach Richardson and his group a ton of credit for developing a system, believing in the system, and they're running the ball, they're doing things, and obviously we've got a really good run defense, so it's not easy for them to do some of the things they did. So you got to give them a ton of credit for some of the things they were able to do.
Of course, the offense very efficient all day long, and came back with a great drive here to tie this game back up.
Yep, and we want to always, anytime we feel like we need a play and need a spark, obviously Tariq's a guy that we're going to go to really quickly, and he made a couple really nice plays here early on that first drive.
Of course, Northern Michigan, as we mentioned on that opening drive, they came back here with the second drive and did a great job of kind of pounding the rock again here on drive number 2.
No question, and I think there's always give and take, right? There's certainly, we went up to Michigan Tech, and I think we were a little bit disappointed that we didn't score 7 or 8 touchdowns because of all the turnovers that our defense got for us. But now was an awesome time, an opportunity for us to give them some support and move the ball and score and help them figure out what they needed to do to be successful.
A couple big runs by Wyatt Bauer right there, and we saw the defense here in the second quarter kind of really settle down and make some big plays and get some big stops.
No doubt, we got great players and great coaches, so it's just a matter of time. So obviously, if we can give those guys a little bit of support, you see J-Pay make a great play, getting us the ball back on the 20. Just a matter of time before our defense has success.
What's it been like having Carson Golka right here, really becoming a valuable weapon at a different position?
Yeah, and it's funny, we said the other day, I made the joke, like he's never really changed positions, we just add, right? He just plays more positions. He's playing running back, he's playing tight end, he's playing quarterback, he's doing all those things. But it's such a weapon in the throw game, is really getting better as a blocker. I said to Carson the other day, like, man, you're so pretty. I don't know if how much you want to stick your nose in there and be a good blocker. He said, Coach, I'm going to be a good blocker, and he's done a great job getting better each and every week, and we can expand what he does in that role as he continues to get better.
Here, a big throw from Brady Rose, another guy that's very has the ability to play multiple positions, able to find Tay Boyer right here for the score.
No doubt. It was obviously another, your typical game for Brady Rose where he makes a bunch of plays, and obviously it was a great game for Tay, making a couple plays, putting us in position to score here on a couple different occasions and getting a long touchdown from Brady. 35-21 the score here at halftime as Northern Michigan gets a late score and a 2-touchdown lead here, and we'll see the Bulldogs come out here in the third quarter and really take over the game. No doubt, yeah, and it was a really good first half. We had, I think, 18 plays and 5 touchdowns, right? So we're excited about that and excited about getting the ball at second half and then able to come down the field and you see the pitch to Brady Rose. We always like it when goal line plays look just like that, where guys are walking into the end zone, and you really saw the defense assert itself and give us a bunch of opportunities and we're able to put the game away.
Of course, here in the second half, able to get some other guys into the mix up front. We see some new offensive linemen, and then Chase Carter right here at quarterback gets his first of 3 scores here in the second half.
Yep, DJ Gilbert played some, Andrew DeVries played a bunch, Tyrone Weber played a bunch. And I'm forgetting guys, but we had 15 different guys that were able to play. And man, anytime Chase gets in the game, it's always fun because we can do so many neat things in the run game, and you see him develop as a passer. He threw some really nice balls, and obviously the the signature. Just such a great runner, such an explosive athlete, and had 3 touchdowns on the day, and we were excited about how he's developing.
Of course, we mentioned that the offense very efficient. I think all but the drive late in the first half on a Hail Mary, and then this turnover right here, the offense scored every other possession.
Yeah, scored 9 times in a row there at one point, so obviously we were excited. In that group after the turnover, were able to come back and score on the next drive, so feeling good about how they performed.
70-35 the final, and now 2 big games here to close out the regular season. Starting this week at Saginaw Valley, a place you know very well.
Yeah, and I know some of those guys that we recruited and coached, and some of those guys are older players now. But really tough team, big win against Grand Valley a couple weeks ago. Very physical, really dynamic quarterback. It's going to be a heck of a test for us.
Going on the road, how important is it to really keep this focused in one game at a time going into these final 2 weeks?
Yeah, and that's all you can do. I think the guys do such a good job making sure that we're grounded and making sure that we understand we're only as good as whatever we do next. So obviously we've done a lot of great things so far, but all the focus is on SVSU this week to try to get to 10-0.
Of course, obviously the GLIAC championship on the line as well. You can win a share of the GLIAC championship at least with a victory here on Saturday. I know kind of the focus is winning that conference title first before you look ahead to the playoffs.
No doubt, and that's something that coaches talk to the guys about, and it's going to be that type of game. It's going to be that type of atmosphere with the chance to win the conference. They have a chance to win the conference, if they beat us. So I think everybody's really focused, and we're excited to practice and prepare and get better and grow and develop, and excited to play on Saturday.
Those offensive linemen, how important have been the leadership of some of those veterans that were coming back, guys that had the experience when you kind of took over that position group?
Yeah, for sure. And, Tim and Bob and their leadership, and Jarv and his leadership, and, Ben's been around a long time, and Dane's been around a long time. And so really nice to have all those guys. Those guys keep getting better. I think that's, as excited as we are to have all those guys back, we're just as excited about the direction that they're headed and the growth and development that they've been able to have these last 5-6 weeks and throughout the course of the season, and what players we think they have a chance to be once the season finishes up as we grow forward.
Of course, they've been able to really kind of lead the way for a lot of young guys that have got better and better as the years kind of went on.
Yeah, no doubt. And obviously, DJ Gilbert played a bunch in that last game, and Andrew DeVries and Cam Heiss and Tyrone Weber was a new guy this fall. So, and then we got some younger guys, right? So Avery Pavlik got in and played. Big Mac Bonico played. And Ace Simonson got to play. So there's a lot of those guys that got really nice opportunities to play, and those are great developmental opportunities for those guys as they go forward. So.
Coming into the Ferris State program, what have you seen from the support from the community, the alums, the people kind of around the program that really follow the Bulldogs?
Yeah, no, it's pretty neat to see the support that we have, and obviously it's always good. You're going to have great support when you win and have success. But I think there's such a great feel about Big Rapids. There's such a great feel around Ferris State and just all the athletics and things like that. So great place to be, great place to want to stay for a long time. So we've been really blessed to be here, and we're excited about the future.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win. We appreciate the time, and best of luck against Saginaw Valley this Saturday.
Thanks so much, Rob. I appreciate it.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.